Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, today I'm going to walk you through the process of how to sublimate on a glass heart picture frame. This glass heart picture frame I picked up at this new craft shop here in Dallas, Texas, off of Harry Hines called We Subin. WESUBN, just the letter N, not IN, just the letter N. So this glass heart, you sublimate here. You put your sublimation, you mirror it, and you place it on the back here. And we're going to sub it at 375 for about 65 seconds. And then it will show through the glass here. You can see that it's pretty thick here, and it's going to come with a glass stand. I think I put the glass stand back in the box. So it's going to come with this little glass stand. So it'll stand up just like that on the little glass stand. I think it was like $7.50, something like that. $7.50. Um, and like I said, it came with the stand. It also comes with a cute little box for you to put it back in. And then once you finish sewing it, you put it in the plastic, put it back in here, and then it has this little white box, and you just pop it back in there. And this would be really cute for you to do a printable sticker and put a printable sticker on the front of what's inside the box. That would be really cute. And you guys know Christmas is coming. So you can check out We Subbin if you're in Dallas, Texas. If you're not, they are online at www.wesub as in boy n.com. So you can check them out. Okay. So yeah, so what I did is I took this and I um I took this and I put it on a piece of white paper and I took a pen and I traced it. The purpose of that is so that you can take a picture of it and you have the actual shape. Because if you just go into Cricut Design Space, which is what I'm going to be using along with my laptop, so these instructions are for Cricut Design Space and utilizing your laptop. If you go in Cricut Design Space and go straight to images and you just take a heart, you may get one of those hearts that have a very deep dip right here, and it's not going to match up with this heart. So the way you can ensure that you get this shape is to take this shape, trace it on a piece of paper, and then take it, upload that to your computer. Now, once you get it uploaded to your computer, go ahead and follow the instructions like if you were uploading any regular picture into Cricut Design Space. And once you get into Cricut Design Space, then I will show you from there what to do with this particular heart. Now, the heart image that I'm going to be using inside Cricut Design Space, all of Cricut Design Space images have a number. And if you never noticed it, if you click on the little I, it'll give you the number associated with that image. But the number that I'm using for this heart that we're going to get out of Cricut Design Space is M is in Mary, 1, A is in Apple, 2, 2, B is in boy, 4, B is in boy, D is in Doris. Me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump over to Cricut Design Space and we will go from there. Okay, here we are in Cricut Design Space. So once you upload that image into Cricut Design Space, what you want to do, I'm going to go ahead and bring mine in. So you can see here, this is where I've uploaded the image already. Once you send it to yourself, guys, like I said, it's just like uploading an image. You go to upload image, you browse, and wherever you put that image, I just normally put mine on my desktop, hit open. It'll bring the image into your Cricut Design Space. So I'm not going to go through all that because I've already done that. So I'm just going to click on Upload. Here's my heart, and this is my image. So you can click on more than one thing at a time to upload into Cricut Design Space. So we're going to select both the image and the heart, and click Insert Images here on the right. And it brings both in for us. And we're going to go ahead right off the bat and we're going to change our sizing for our heart. So we're going to click on this little lock right here, lock proportions. We're going to click it one time and change the width to 4.4 and your height is going to be 3.9. Okay, 4.4 and 3.9. So this is our shape. So what we want to do now is we're going to go into Cricut Design Space. And I've never tried this before, and I don't know if it works, but I'm just going to type that number in that I gave you guys and see if that works. Because I've always wondered about that, or if you all have to go all the way, to the images and look. So I'm going to see if this works. M1A22B4BD, and there it is. So I didn't even have to go look for the heart. Once you type that number in that I gave you, it's going to take you right to that image. And then you're going to click on Insert Images. And so basically what we want to do is you're just looking. I've already found the heart for you, so you don't have to do it. But this is the heart that you uploaded, and then this is an image of a heart in Cricut Design Space. We're not going to be using this. This is just so that we can kind of get a heart that's close to the heart that we're using so we don't have that long dip. And what I mean by that, if we go back to images and we just type in heart, you're going to see all these hearts out here with really long dips. So you see these hearts and you'd be out here trying to figure out which one of these should I use. And so I've already taken the guesswork out for you. You might have even clicked this one, which that dip is too deep. And so as soon as I found one that I felt like was close to this heart, which was this one, that's what I selected. So that's the purpose of uploading the image of the heart so that you can ensure you have about the right shape. Okay, now it's not always going to be exact, but it's going to be very, very close. So we're going to cancel there. So at this point in time, we can go ahead. Like I said, I've already taken the guesswork out for you, so you don't have to match up the hearts. I've already told you what heart to use. I'm just showing you the process. If you ever have an object and you want to get close to that object's shape, that you can copy it, take a picture, send it to your computer, and then upload it into Cricut Design Space, look in images, and see where you can find a shape to match it or that's close. Okay? All right, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and delete that because I don't need it. And we're going to go ahead and change this heart to the 4.4 by 3.9. So we're going to unlock our proportions again, and we're going to type in 4.4 and not 44. So we're going to type in 4.4 and 3.9. And there we go. So this is the size we want. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take and we are going to just make this heart white. It's not going to make a big deal. We just want to make it white so we can kind of see it on our picture here. So this is my image that I'm going to be placing inside this heart. And what I want to do is I'm going to minimize this picture as much as I can to get about the face of both of these two very important people to me inside of this heart. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just downsizing this picture so I can see where about I'm going to have the most coverage. So I'm going to keep downsizing the picture. I'm not downsizing the size of the heart. You do not want to change the size of the heart at this point. Alrighty. And I think that is about as close as I'm going to get it. Let Cricut get itself together here for just a second. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to bring that picture back out just a little bit. And I don't want to cut my There we go. I think that'll be good. All right, so what we're going to do at this point is we're going to take our image along with our heart and we're going to highlight them both. And we're going to come down to the bottom right and slice. Now you may say, well, what is that going to do? I'm going to show you. There is our picture. So we can go ahead and delete all this extra stuff, and you just want to make sure you still have the 4.4 by 3.9 for your image sizing. Okay, so at this point we're going to click on Make It, and we do want this to be mirrored. Okay, and we're going to click on Continue. And let me make sure I have sublimation. Now, sublimation paper I use is a sub paper that I get from Amazon. This is the 8.5 by 11 because I don't need anything larger than that. Actually, that's too big, but we're going to go with it. So we're going to click on Send to Printer. We're going to take off the bleed. I'm going to use my own printing instructions here, or printer's instructions for my Workforce 7720. I'm going to go to Preferences, and I like to put mine on the highest quality and then tell it where to print from, which is the paper cassette 1. And at that point, I am ready to go ahead and print this out. So do not forget to mirror. All right, while that is printing, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to grab some alcohol and just clear off my, hold on one second, clear off my heart to make sure I don't have any fingerprints or anything on it. And then I'm going to take you back to where you can see me and I can finish walking through the process with you. All right, guys, here is my image, as you can see. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And I'm going to make sure that I am, allowing myself where I'm going to have all of the heart inside of the heart glass and not, some parts of it. So I'm leaving just a very sliver of a little bit of white, and you'll see that here in just a minute. Now, I will tell you with your heat press, this is going to be, I'm going to sublimate this at 375 for 65 seconds, and I am going to take out the black plastic or rubber piece, not plastic, but rubber piece that's in the bottom of my heat press, because otherwise you won't be able to close your heat press. So if you do have that rubber piece, that rubber mat in the bottom of your heat press, you do need to remove it in order to do this project, okay? Otherwise your heat press is not going to close, and this is going to require medium pressure, okay, in your heat press. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And anytime I use the A-Sub paperware or my sublimation paper where I'm only using half really of it, I always cut it in half because you can, put this in your printer and use that other little piece. So I'm not going to be throwing that away. And maybe one day I'll show you actually how I do it so you can, start saving that. But what we're going to do is I'm going to get some alcohol. I'm going to wipe that off. And then you're going to place that on the back of your heart. You're going to take some heat tape and tape it down, tape it in place. And you just want to ensure that this heart is covered. Okay? You want to make sure that everything is inside the heart. So it's okay if the heart is just a little bit bigger. That's what we want. Okay? And then we are going to Let me just show you what I got here. So you can see everything. This is inside the heart. There is nothing, no parts of the heart that is not going to have coverage. Okay. Now, I will tell you that it is a little bit hard to see through this thing with it being like that, but don't worry. Once you sublimate it and your vibrant colors come through, you're going to be able to see it perfectly. Okay, so you're not sublimating on the front of the glass, you're sublimating on the side that is kind of coated. Okay, that's the side that you're going to coat sublimate on. You do want to make sure you mirror your image. I'm using A sub paper and I'm using Hippo HIIPOO ink that I ordered off of Amazon. So I will put the information in the description for you guys because I want to keep you in the know. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and wipe this down with some alcohol, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it on my heat press. Now, I'm using my small heat press because there was an issue with my big heat press. So I now have a 16 by 24, which I'm very excited. But FedEx drivers, mm-mm, that ain't it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my old heat press. And so since I'm going to be in my kitchen because my big heat press is on my stand, I'm going to go ahead and sublimate this and then I'll come back and do the reveal with you guys. Okay. So I'm going to pause you. I'm going to go ahead, wipe this down with some alcohol, wipe it off with some alcohol. Make sure I don't have any fingerprints on there because that will leave, mess up the clearness and crispness of your image. And then I'm going to sublimate it 375 for 65 seconds, and I'm going to remove that thick rubber mat that's in the bottom of my heat press so that I can close my heat press, and I'm going to have it on medium pressure. Now you do want to use some heat tape. You can also order this from Amazon. Normally they sell it in, like a couple of packages of heat tape. Very inexpensive, but get you some heat tape. And yeah, and you want to make sure you're working with some heat gloves because this will be hot when it comes out because it's been, cooking at 375. Now, can you do this with an iron? No. You are going to need a heat press or something, that will get you up to the 375 degree temperature. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this all done. I'll show you once I get it on here how I have it before I put it. All right, guys, I am back. I had to let it cool down just a little bit because I don't know where I put my heat gloves, so it was really too hot to handle. Too hot to handle. Anyway, here we are. So what I wanted to tell you is when you start to see the ink bleeding through, then you know that your sub has taken. Okay, so I'm gonna have to wipe it again with alcohol because got my fingerprints all over it, and then you see the tape. So I'm gonna go ahead, and what you're going to be able to notice is as I cooked it at, not cooked it, as I did the heat press at 375 for 65 seconds, tape it where you'll be able to lift it up but not, pull it all the way off just in case you have to hit it a second time. Okay, but you can look, kind of pull it up a little bit and look to see what your sub look like. And then if it doesn't look like it's dark enough or sharp enough, just go ahead, put it back down and hit it again at 375 for 65 seconds. Okay. So, but I could tell that mine was bleeding, my ink was starting to bleed through. You can see here. And so I went ahead and stopped mine. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do the reveal here. And like I said, you have to let this cool down because I tried to handle it a couple of times and it was like, not today, ma'am. Not today, ma'am. See if I can pull that little piece of tape up there. One piece. So I only put 3 little pieces of heat tape on here. It doesn't take a lot. You just want to make sure that your image doesn't move off of the uh, heart. Because if it shifts, you're going to get ghosting. Seriously. All right, there we go. All right, so this is the image, and all that nice ink has bled off of here onto our heart. And so we can go ahead and throw this away. It's no more good. And here is our image. Look how sharp that is. Very crisp and clean. I'm going to get some alcohol and I'm going to wipe it. But then you take your little glass stand and oh, I wanted to show you this. When you turn it on the back, if someone is looking at it from the back side, they're still going to see the image. It's not going to be as crisp and sharp because this is kind of like the matte look from when you sublimated it, okay? So that part doesn't look as sharp if they're looking at it from the back, but it'll be easy to tell which side is the front. And I like it because um, the size that I made my heart in Cricut Design Space was perfect to have just a little bit of overage so that I got everything. It's not like you can see clear through because there was a part that wasn't covered. I covered the entire heart, as you can see. Okay, guys, this is a really nice gift to give someone for Christmas. Look how thick that is. It's not thin at all. This is a really nice gift. And then, like I said, once you wipe it down with alcohol and clean it back up, because now I have my fingerprints all over it again. But just make sure that you wipe it down with alcohol. You'll be able to put it back in this little, bag that it comes in. So just put it in here like this, like so. Make it nice and purty. Don't just throw it in there, but put it in there all nice and pretty like that. And then take your box here and see where my shape is. Just drop that in there like that. And then put your little glass stand over here. Just like that. Close it back up and put it in the box. And we're creative. You could either put some vinyl, printable vinyl image on the front so that they'll know when they open it what's inside here. You could put the image of the heart that you did in Cricut Design Space. You can print that out on a sticker and then put it on here. So, um, like this, we could take that and cut that sticker, put it on printable vinyl and then put it on the front of the box so that they will know. And you can even put some words on here. It doesn't have to just be the image. I could have added, my love, I love you, forever love, whatever. This is my son and daughter. Those are my babies, y'all. It's Maurice. He's 39, and this is nope. Wait a minute. Here we go. Maurice and Candace. Okay. Um, and yeah, so that's it, guys. For the process on how I did it. Again, I sublimated this at 375 for 65 seconds. If you lift up your tape a little bit and you see that it didn't sub or it's not bleeding through, just do it again, because I'm telling you the hardest part is that excuse me, the hardest part is that you cannot do this project with that rubber mat. So my small heat press, I had to lessen the grip in order to close it. So um it's not going to be that medium pressure that you would get if you had the mat and you were able to just close it like you normally would. Okay, so like I said, you may end up having to hit it more than once. I didn't, but just in case, I'm going to put that out there because I don't want anybody saying mine didn't sub. I'm giving you all the instructions to make sure that it all worked out for you. Seem like this box ain't closing like it did at first. I'll figure it out. Okay. But anyway, there we have it. 375, 65 seconds. I got this at WeSubin, WeSubn. They are also online, so you can go to WeSubin.com to order this from them. I'm not sure if I said it earlier, but they do sell this on at AliExpress as well. It is cheaper than if you go into WeSubin, but if you're not in Dallas, Texas, and you can't physically go into WeSubin, then you can order this from either Ally or either WeSubin. I'm not sponsored, so I can put it out there. The only difference is if you need it immediately, I think WeSubin would ship out within 2 to 3 days, and it's local. I don't know where Ally Express is. It could be in China somewhere. I don't know. I ain't never ordered from them, but I have heard people say that it takes a long time to get their merchandise. But anyway, that's it, guys. That's what I wanted to show you. I've shown you everything. Hippo ink, HIIPOO, is what I use. I ordered it off of Amazon, and I use A sub paper. I use the 8.5 by 11 for this project. My printer is the Epson Workforce 7720, and that's it. That's all I can think of. And the next thing that I'm going to be showing, I'll tell you, is this wine glass holder. And I'm going to be sublimating on here. So that'll be the next project that I do. So that's it, guys. I want to say if you're currently in my Facebook group, Ken Dorsey's Cricut and Creative Crafters, thank you guys so much for supporting me via Facebook. If you would like to join my group, then please, please, please send me a Facebook group request to the group, Ken Dorsey's Cricut and Creative Crafters, not the Facebook page, but to the Facebook group. And if you are currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you guys so much for supporting me on YouTube. And if not, and this is the first time you're seeing me and you like my method of teaching, then please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And you guys know my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have a great day. Bye.